Hey everyone, how are you today? It's Thursday. We are live, and Heidi is training on how to do all this. So she didn't give me the right like 3, 2.
I apologize in advance.
Oh, it's all about having fun here. All right. Okay, so we're gonna have a fun show today. We're gonna talk about my works in progress that we have going on. We have another big, super fun announcement and a little trial run after this. So hang on, don't ditch us early. We have something very exciting that we're going to talk about, and we're going to be selling some stuff at some steep discounts after this live, but shortly right after. So we're going to practice, and for helping us practice on this new platform, we're going to give you some great discounts. All right, so we have some prizes today. We have 3 charm packs that are out of print. These are from the archives: Christmas gatherings, little gatherings 2, and floral gatherings. These are all charm packs from those. And I was like doing some research over this last weekend. I mean, it feels like, I know it's Thursday, but last weekend I was like counting how many fabric lines I have. And in the works, I think the next one I will do, if I count the 2 Wisconsin ones, will be number 50. So 50 fabric lines is something to celebrate. So we are going to do something super awesome for that 50th fabric line. So I have to make sure I plan with Moda that it's a really cool one. Not that they're all not cool. They're all cool, right? All right. So let's get on with having Miss Gloria come in quick and talk about some things so she can get back to her spot.
My position.
Your position? Your duties?
Are those bunnies for me?
Yeah, aren't they so cute? My boys just loved them. Yeah, so this is a reminder in case you haven't gotten your caramels. I just ate one for lunch. Not a whole bunny, just one caramel.
Well, what I thought I would do is go through a few things that have happened over the last week.
Okay.
That I think are pretty cool.
Awesome.
Woo!
Stephanie! You are the bomb!
Woof, woof, woof. I got to get my cataracts fixed. I cannot read that except it's
thanks for the super chat or whatever that thing is called. We got to get something that like runs across the screen or something.
Yeah.
I wanted
We'll work on it.
How about a little mouse?
You're the bomb. Woohoo! To start off.
All right. So, I had this gal call me from Tennessee. She had the cutest accent. She was here last year when I was making that great big basket, and her and her friends, and they're coming back. So they have planned this mega trip. They're flying in, they're coming here. They want to do a basket, but they only want to do it the day before Sherry teaches her a place for everything bag, because they're signing up for that for 3 days.
I would sign up for that bag. I'd fly to take that class. Sherry is awesome, for one.
Well, number 1, they are.
Yeah.
Flying. And number 2, wait I'll tell you the next thing. Then they're going to stay because they want to spend the night for Purge and Splurge.
You know what else is that night?
What?
I go see Chris Stapleton. So I might have to run out of here. But I'm still going to go, and I'm still going to have some stuff there.
Right. Because, see, if you stay for Purge and Splurge, you get 1 hour early shopping before anybody
That was
else.
genius.
And we filled up 7 rooms already.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Good job. We got to fill that place up. We got bills to pay.
So we have new Peggy's working with us, Peggy Elliott. She turns around, she goes, room number 7. She's so excited.
Good.
She's
We love it when people are here.
Yeah, she's a little overwhelmed this morning, though.
Why?
Because it's like crazy over there.
Good.
All
Crazy's good.
So then I just got this call from this guy. I can't say his name.
Okay. Let me see it.
Well, it's not on here.
Oh.
It's a surprise, and he's doing it for his wife.
Oh. So tell us what he's doing.
Well, I'm afraid if she's watching, she might know.
Why?
Well,
don't give away too many details.
Okay. Well, he's taking her on a surprise trip,
Mm.
and one of the stops is here. And he's even going to stay at the gathering.
Ooh.
I did share with him I would give him a double bedroom, and he was very excited about that. So he said, I said, "You're going to be loving life," and he goes, "Yes." She's
Maybe
the best.
Nick will take them fishing.
She's the best. Oh, he loves to fish. I asked him if he played golf. He said no, but I do like to fish. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So that was another thing. Are you laughing at me over there?
No.
The peanuts behind the camera
Yeah,
are some.
put the comments on.
Okay, and then I talked to Irma, who is our knitting instructor. She's so delightful.
She was amazing.
Oh my God, I just
Yeah.
want to hug her.
I know.
But anyway, she was going to start her classes in August. She goes, "I just can't wait till then. So I've come up with another idea." I went, okay. So she's going to have a knitting class in April, the 14th and the 15th from 9 to 12.
Okay, so 2 days, 3 hours each day.
Yes, because she said it's time for us girls to start making summer sweaters. Whatever that means.
I cannot knit at all.
Irma says you can't.
Nope, I can't.
I bet you she'll prove you wrong.
No, I'll pay.
She teaches children to knit. You better learn how to knit, girl.
Maybe a scarf.
But
Or a cowl.
anyway.
I like those cowls.
Yeah.
Or those half gloves, where the fingers
Yes.
stick out.
So she's going to give
Am I
us
getting off track?
No. you're fine.
Okay.
She's going to give us a free pattern, and we get to pick out our yarn and give us in our.
She'll have all of it there for us?
Yes,
Okay. $50.
$50. Well,
That's
that's
a
her
steal.
class fee.
Okay. $50
We have to pay
plus,
for the yarn and the
plus the yarn.
Yeah.
Okay.
but the pattern's free.
Hey, she's worth it.
She's
She's master knitter.
She's been knitting since she was 5.
Yes. And she is like very, very lovely.
She's
Like I just want to sit and talk to her forever.
I know.
Yeah.
I just want her to be my best friend.
She's going to be my best friend because she's helping me with another project.
Yes, she is. And we won't tell that right now.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So then this weekend, I am going to finish my sample.
From this?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I had to get more fabric
Okay.
and correct the pattern.
It
And
wasn't ours.
no. And then I'm going to design a new basket that I have to weave.
Okay.
And then I'm working on summer sizzles.
What is that?
There's 3 of them.
Okay.
You know, where they get their little ornament pattern.
Okay. Yeah.
And I just saw baskets downstairs from our other weaver, Sherry. Oh my gosh.
She's amazing. I told you. The girl can do anything.
She does. She can.
Yes.
And I told Vicky, she weaves better than me. And I
Hey, it's
said,
not a
"Yes, she does."
competition.
No. But I love the finish that she puts on the baskets. So I'm
Okay.
gonna
That'd
do
be
that. Yeah.
different, huh?
And then I finished this monster.
I know. So what I wanted that for, so I said, Gloria, I would really love a calendar with all of the events, that anything that we know is going on. So then, like, we can put these in the, when the girls come to the gathering, we can give them one for the month that's here. We can put them in our internet orders
Yes.
that go out the door of what's happening here. So we can use it a lot of different ways.
You know, it changes every 30 minutes.
Well, I know, but we'll give them the most current one at the time when we
It's 9 pages so far.
okay, but we only need like a month or 2 at
Yeah.
first. But I'm glad that you have the whole thing.
Yeah, because we have people calling us to book in 2024
Perfect.
already.
Perfect. All right.
And then that's all for me, and I'm helping you with something later.
Okay. We'll get
Any
on
more
it.
comments?
Yes. Okay. So
I
they
can't
love the
read 'em.
baskets. Just made reservations for 4 of us to come to the gathering in August for your anniversary. We were there 2
Yay!
years. Woo!
I'll be here.
I wish I knew how to knit and crochet. I know, right?
How can you see that?
Because I have really good
Oh my
glasses.
God, I'm going blind.
Just make reservation. Oh, that's the same one. Red's opening. Was my husband on here? He said I had to wear my baseball attire today because it is opening day. I get that. But where did that one go that said Red's opening day today?
Is there another bright red right there? Where's
Oh,
that?
I don't know what you're looking at.
Right here.
Oh, no, that means live.
No, down
It's
there.
on the
Oh,
big screen.
Red's opening day in Cincinnati. We'll be watching the game this afternoon and working on my stitching. I love listening to baseball. We have this really cool announcer from the Brewers, and I just love listening to him.
Let's play baseball, right?
He's so old that he has to take a break.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, thank you for all of your
Fun
input.
and done.
All right, I just want to dangle this. You can go.
Oh.
Dangle this in front of you. This is going to be our giveaway for our event that's happening after. All right. So somebody who places an order today is going to get this. We will announce who wins that dessert roll again out of the archive, Snowman Gatherings. All right, Miss Vicki, what do you have today for us from the shop?
I'm coming. I gotta pull it over here.
Okay.
Oh, this is a weapon. We gotta be careful with this.
All right. So one of the things that I want to do is I want to separate this live from selling. I don't want to sell too much. I want to show you what we're doing, but I don't want to be like sell, sell, sell. So we will be doing a lot of what you're doing.
Yes.
On the
new
live
thing.
selling platform called Comment Sold that's coming up.
New thing.
This is on my top 10 must-haves for quilting.
Yes. Hold on. I got the other one. Plus,
It's like a baton.
these three. Does everybody know what they? Oh, you cheated. You told them what they were. Strip sticks. So I like to keep one by my sewing machine. This one right here.
That's the one you like?
Yes, I'll tell you why. Because, you know, after you've starched everything and then you get it over and you get ready to sew them together, you look at it and you think, I don't think I like that very well. I think I want it a little bit flatter, like when you press your seams open. So I leave this on my machine and then I'll take my thing and I'll just go.
Oh, like a finger
and
press.
Finger press it.
Okay.
Finger
So
press
if you
it.
don't know what these are for pressing your seams open. And you can isolate the seam that you need to press open on this bar, and then it doesn't
Sure.
affect the other ones around it.
Yeah.
So if you were doing this flat and you were trying to open one, you'd wreck or mess up the ones that are next to it with the iron. So this isolates that one seam that you need in order to press those open really fast. I like to do a like finger press, and then when I go out.
It's
I do that.
amazing how it works. Amazing.
Okay. So what else do you like? And I'll tell you
How about these?
which ones I like. Yeah.
Well, I like the longer ones because I even like to, you know, hold my pattern with
So
it.
this is like 18, 22. That's like 9 or 12.
Yeah,
or-
and then this is the 45,
okay.
the Muhammad.
And
You
then
can
I'll
even
tell you-
cut this if you
I'll
want.
tell you my idea of what you need and what you don't need. I shouldn't do that. I'm not going to sell very many if I tell people
So
why.
what do you think?
Oh, okay. So this is what I like. Definitely need the big one. All right. Because that's for pressing your sashing seams
Mhm.
open or your long seams.
Right.
Or when you got lots of blocks, you lay one block here, one block here, one block here, one block, and then you can just go. Right?
Yeah.
Or
Assembly system.
right. So either long or short.
Yeah.
So if you only want to buy one, buy the long one. If you want one to take with you when you're traveling, I like the 18.
Mhm.
All right. Those are the two I only need because
you can do a block with that.
yeah, you can do a big size. I
Yeah.
don't really make blocks that are bigger than 18 inches. So I'm covered with my sashing and I'm covered with, you know, a 4-inch block, an 8-inch block, a 10, you know, so
Mhm.
this covers all of them. And then these other two are just like optional other sizes. Like maybe you do a lot of minis and you only need this one.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can't afford the big one. So you get this one and then you just slide it to do more sashing.
Yeah.
But those are my thoughts on which ones you need.
Well, we have lots of these.
All right, so we have a bunch of these in stock, ready to ship.
Mhm.
And are they like what kind of prices are they? So the small one
Yeah.
is $9.75.
And they go up to $20.
Yeah, $20. So
big one.
everywhere in between. And the difference between these two, $13.99 and
$11.75.
$11.75.
Do you know what they're made of?
There's like
wood on
wood
the
in there,
inside.
and then it's very nicely covered
Yeah.
and
you
serged.
can cut them.
Yeah,
if
you
want.
you can't make this for this price,
No.
right? Your husband doesn't want to make you this.
A
Just
piece of
give the
rounded
guy a
wood.
break and buy one. All right? Because he'll cut you the wood, but then it's going to take you forever to get this thing.
Covered.
And it's
padded,
not going to be as nice as this one
and
is.
sewn down the side, serged down the side.
It's not going to be as nice. So
No.
just do it. Do yourself a favor.
Right. Okay. And I love red, white, and blue. So we're featuring red, white, and blues today because, you know, as soon as the bunnies go out of the front window, we're putting in patriotic.
Mm-hmm.
And this little pillow, USA pillow, is half price. It's currently $56, so it will be half price.
Yay!
And it's adorable. And we have one downstairs that is not a pillow. Actually, we put it on one of the boards.
Yeah,
I
so you
was
can
gonna
mount
bring
it on a
up here.
flat
I
board.
was worried about Scotty if I brought it up.
Oh.
here on the board.
Scotty is back to work,
Yeah, but
everyone.
he'd be inundated, so I didn't bring the board up here.
Just order him. He likes to be busy.
He will be, right? Anyway, isn't it
All right,
cute?
so half price pillow.
yes.
So what, $28? Not bad.
yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then I love
Oh,
this
this
one.
is one of my favorites that I've
I
ever
Pledge
made.
of Allegiance.
This
It's
is beautiful.
So pretty.
And it was so fun to
It
stitch
takes
those
no
letters.
time at all.
Right.
And you get to practice all your little stitches over here.
Mm-hmm.
And get out Lisa's
And you
book if
can't really
forget.
see it, but you can see it on the picture how I did the crazy stitches
Yeah.
between the wool strips.
This
Good
one
job.
is this one's $48. And
Right.
this one it's large. It's 7.5 by 32 inches. Looks great on a table or hanging. Actually, we had it hanging down in the showroom.
And mounted on a board would also look nice too, or
Yes.
framed.
Yes.
There's so many different ways that you can do some of these
Okay.
things.
And I'm kind of short today because I know you got a lot of other stuff to talk about. But
Yeah.
I want to talk about all of the Bellas that we have here. We have 2 different kinds of packages, and they have different fat quarters in them. These are half-yard cuts. These are fat quarters. These are $27, and at least yours is on the
You
bottom.
sure that's right?
That's
You sure
what it
those
said.
aren't fat ace and these are
No, I don't think so. I took them out and looked at them.
okay?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, you're right. 6 yards.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then this is a fat quarter. But they have all the different beiges, the creams, the gray, different shades of gray, and the black. And these are great to get in your stash and keep in your
Especially
stash.
like if you're in the quilt box
Yes.
and you need some backgrounds. Those little quilts, a half yard sometimes is plenty
yes.
to do that. To do those little quilts, like Bright Spot, you could have easily pulled one of these out of there and
Yeah.
made that with this.
And
we will be doing some more bundles, so
Yeah.
eventually maybe you'll have the whole Bella line.
plus everyone's loving the Moda ribbon here.
Yeah.
Can I get any of that Moda ribbon? Do you
No,
have it?
Moda doesn't sell.
No. So if you get the bundles, you'll have your Moda ribbon. So
Okay.
I think that's all I have today.
Awesome. Good
So
job.
I'm good. So you can.
Yep.
Plus, don't forget we have lots of these bunnies.
Yep. Order
Down on
these
the
for
sales
your
floor.
your secret bunny, your secret Santa, not your secret bunny. You be the
Half-
secret bunny.
This is half a pound in here.
12 caramels. Jace counted them.
Yes, and we know how to tie so you don't mess up the bunny's ears.
Yeah, not like this, right? There's a little
we have a
twisty.
little twisty, but
Yeah, so I
this
think
is
somebody did this.
This is pretty cute. Though.
Yeah.
I did that because I didn't find the twisty until afterwards.
Well, you did a wonderful job, dear.
All right.
Okay,
All right, we'll send you back to the shop with all
All right.
your goodies.
let me have that. Oh
And-
wait, I forgot one thing. Luke and Jake will kill me.
Oh, yes. Oh, and Gloria, we forgot to talk about those Bernina classes.
Oh yeah. The boys are doing a delivery right now. And they promised me that I would talk about this because this is the April 1st through the 30th special. And it's on sergers. And Bernina Barb has come in and has been training one lady I know who bought a beautiful serger. She took it up like nothing. She just went like
They're
that.
so easy to run.
Yes.
Because everything's right on the screen.
Yes.
It tells you what to do.
And there's different, there's 4 different models, and it doesn't matter what price range you're going to be in, you can afford one. And the other ones, if you get the 800 model, you're going to get a free Laura Star lift steamer. This is a $900 machine.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, and Jake and I used it this morning down in the quilting room, and he steamed a back before he put it on
Right. Just by doing
vertically.
this.
Just
And the
like this.
best part about this steamer is it's an iron, right?
Yes, it's
you
an
use it
iron.
for quilting, but
Here's a picture.
it's dry
So-
steam, so it doesn't burn you. So
Right.
have you ever burnt your belly, like when you're ironing?
Yeah.
on your steam? So this will never do that. Like you can literally put your hand up and steam and it not burn you. So
Right.
it's amazing iron.
And guess what's the best part about the 800 series? Automatic air thread.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But
Yeah.
there's many. There's one for $1,000.
Gloria and Peggy had to get the manual
Yeah.
out to thread mine the other day.
So I mean, there's all price ranges. So you can come in and make an appointment, and the boys will talk with you, or Barb will also give you a demonstration on how you can use it.
On whatever you need, we will hook you up.
Okay.
All
So
right.
boys, I hope I made you proud. I didn't forget.
Yes, good job.
Okay.
I
all right.
have to talk about their Bernina class that they have coming up. I just want to find out the next dates.
Yes, I signed up for one. I'm excited.
Yeah. So we
Okay.
have this really great opportunity
Bye,
coming up.
everybody.
I know Luke talked about it last week, I believe,
Yeah.
but
May 8th and 9th it starts.
8th and 9th.
Yes. Is savvy stitching and
Uh-huh.
smart sewing.
Okay.
This is where they're learning more on their machine.
Right. So these are certified Bernina instructors from the company. There we go. So she has all these sheets. So these sheets here tell you exactly how much the class is, how much the kit will be for, and we promise to pick out really good fabrics for the kits. These are photographs from Bernina, so we might change it up a bit or let you pick your own, depending on how many people are signed up for that. But these are great opportunities to really learn how to use your Bernina and to its full capacity, because just like a car, we only know like half the stuff that our cars can do, right? Or
turn it on and hope it runs.
Yeah, we're like, oh, how do I do that? Or I don't know. But so it's really great that we have this opportunity to have these instructors come in for 4 different classes. Some are half days, some are full days, and some are long arm classes, and some, is there one on the serger too?
Yes.
Okay, so serging,
Sewing machines.
yeah, like sewing stitches, savvy, like teaches you how to do some
pin tucks, all kinds of cool
things.
things.
A bunch of different things. And then there's also some long arm on the sit down one and on the big one. So
those are on the 11th and 12th.
Well, but you'll be hearing more about it too.
Yeah,
with Luke. Okay, I just don't want to forget that in case somebody is, figuring out what they're going to do next month.
We're changing out the whole
May.
room.
So it's about 45 days away.
Yeah. Cool.
That's a lot of stuff. All right. Okay, so since we're talking about some shop stuff, I just want to talk quickly about the shop hop that's coming up in June. I designed the fabric for it, and we can't take money, so that would be selling it, but we can take pre-orders where we just take your order and then we charge a card on June 1st. So we have all 14, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fabrics. 13? I don't know.
It says on the front.
How many fabrics? 12. So 12 fat quarters we have for $65, and it includes 2 panels. I knew that there was 14 fabrics, so I was trying to count them, but there's 2 panels and 14 fabrics. And I know that this is limited to maybe people who live in Wisconsin, or maybe you're from Wisconsin and you live somewhere else now. This will be a cool to make a quilt from your home state. So I know not everybody's going to be jumping on wanting this shop hop fabric, but it's going to go fast because it's awesome. All right. These are state colors. Basically the grays are neutral, and then the red and white is, Wisconsin's kind of red and white. But 12 half yards are 110, and the 2 panels. And then this one also 182 1 yards of everything packed nice and tight in there, and those are 182.
The zipper pouch is free.
Okay. We throwing in the cool kit keeper there for you. Those are always nice when you get those, right? I love putting my stuff in them.
And those panels are a yard.
Yeah, the panels are big. They're a yard each. So that's 2 yards of just panels. And one is gray and one is red. Mm-hmm. Red. Buffalo plaid. Buffalo plaids, both of them. All right. Now, I'm going to sneak something in here, and I'm not going to say too many things because it's really kind of too early. But y'all remember this fabric, right? What is this? Here. Kaylee, come in close to that. All right. A sneak peek. There. That's it. I'm not saying a word. Think next year. A long time. But that's just my little nugget for hanging out with us today, all right? Because this was awesome, and so is the next one going to be. Okay. All right, let's take a few questions before we dive into what I got going on. American Gatherings, yes, next year, yes, 2024. I don't remember when, though. It might be early.
I think it's actually like December,
January. Yeah. So I think it ships in January. Love it. Yes. So pretty. Teasing. You bet I'm teasing. I like to tease you guys. I'm a huge fan of red, white, and blue. Ooh, look at my little pillows on here. I just noticed. I was like trying something out here. It got a little out of hand. It's a little big, but it's a beautiful pillow. So you'll see more about that later. I just noticed it on the screen.
Can you tell them, is that a reprint of American Gatherings?
Yeah, it's not a reprint. They're all new. It's 2, meaning yes, more. All right. So just kind of keep that on in the back of your mind that will be coming, and look for our pre-orders, because if you do a pre-order before we have to order, we always reward you with a discount on our towers and some of our kits and stuff like that. So we will be doing a whole nother series, and guess what? Now we'll be able to re-kit some of the ones that were great patterns from previous red, white, and blue lines. And I always love it when I'm able to do that. And maybe even a block of the month we might be able to kit now, because we have this tone on tone coming up in that new line.
Woo-hoo. Thanks, Anna.
What? Yay! What's the green mean?
Super chat.
$5. Yay! Are we still making a few new motorcycles? Not yet. We still have some blocks left over, and motorcycle season didn't start here. So I don't know. Not yet. Maybe when that fabric line comes out, we will do some more of that. And maybe switch up a new pattern. All right. Okay. So let's get on with the show. We have lots to do today. It's a long day here. So I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I'm working on, and in no order whatsoever.
Do you want to start with the quilt hanging behind you?
Okay. Yes, because I'll forget that. Can you pan up? So I just want to do a shout out to Pam, who made this quilt for us. It was so nice. I laid everything down and I just sent it off to her to stitch. That was so fun to do that and to put it in good hands. And she did a fabulous job. It is so beautiful. Now, I know some of you have this one already done, right? Because this is a remake. We love this quilt so much that we decided to lighten and brighten it up with our new fabric line called Joyful Gatherings that's coming out. This is a box kit. So this quilt is on its way to Moda to be put in a really fancy box, and they're going to sell it as a whole kit with the wool in it as well. So I just want to show you the old quilts, and you can kind of see how we have lightened and brightened it up. So here is the first version of seasonal little gatherings. That was a long time ago. I think it was like my third fabric line. But everybody needs a remake, right? Some designs just need to be redone. If you put the comments on, I might be able to see if somebody has already done this one. But Pam, just so you know, we call you Pam Pop Rock. That's your nickname. All right. We don't know how to pronounce your last name, but we call you Pam Pop Rock, and we love you. And she did an amazing job on this quilt. I absolutely love it. All right. Yes, it is cute. Yes, Christmas quilt is beautiful. Awesome. So look for that. It's already on our website. You can pre-order this kit. Reserve yours now, because we've already ordered them and we only get so many. There is not any room for more once that order is placed. Okay, so what do you think this is? Maybe you want to make it smaller. This was the first one I made. So I made this way before my fabric line came up. So this is like Marcus Brother fabrics and some of my homespun. I was looking to see when I made this, but it's a lot of Judy Rothamel things in here. And looking at this, I can tell you that I might have touched this with my Instant Antique. And there was some chitter chatter in the Stitch with Lisa Bongean group about Instant Antique. And I'll talk about that a little later. But isn't it beautiful, Minnie? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. So those patterns are still available. We will revamp it for this one because obviously there's different amounts of fabrics in this quilt, and we've changed some of the wool motifs in there as well. Okay, so the girls are monitoring the group. So if you have any questions that I miss, ask away. Okay, anybody know what this is? Our book is printed, and I just want to tempt you with a few pages in the book. I'm not going to show you all of them because I know you're going to want to buy this book just because of these pictures. Look at our model.
Dirk.
Isn't he gorgeous? Or she? Anybody remember horsey name?
Dirk.
Dirks?
Boy.
Isn't he a fabulous quilt model?
He's like, and he knows it.
All right, here's another one. But look at they went in the tack room and used some of their equipment. So if you ordered this book, it'll be on its way pretty soon. One more quilt model, and then I'm not going to show you anymore. All right, who's this guy? Bentley.
What is the name of the book?
What?
What is the name of the book?
Rustic Gatherings. So Rustic Gatherings, this will segue right into the next thing I can talk about. If you can find me any pre-cut of it.
I think we tried it last time. And
Yeah, wasn't there a layer cake running around here? By the time they really, Jess? Really. All right. So I can kind of show you, but you can kind of see that it's creams, oranges, like a cheddar. There you go. Kaylee's got us hooked up. No more of that nonsense there. Okay. So segueing into the book has like 12 different quilts in it. Amazing designs in there. And it's just all quilts in the book. But we thought we would do a quilt along with it. And I want to give you some peeks at the blocks. Now, this is a collaboration between, hang on, how can I do this? Between my fabric line, Rustic, and these are Jackie's from Sweet Fire Roads. These are her Spellbound fabrics. So I'm going to collide the ones on the screen with the, see how they all go together? All right. This is going to be a fun quilt along. And this is just a preview, and we're not ready to release all the information. We just want to make sure that you get your fabrics ordered if you are wanting them, because I already heard from Moda that they're oversold on this line. So some of us are not going to get some of these fabrics. It better not be me, but hopefully maybe they'll order more of the backgrounds and stuff. We ordered like 1,500 yards of this and 1,500 yards of this one with the orange. So 2 different backgrounds. That'll work if you don't like the gray. Where are my other set of blocks? The ones you got, Jess. Oh, are they on the desk? Sorry. Coffee break. Take a sip, everyone. Cheers. Put the comments on while Jess is getting the blocks. Oh, looking forward to that quilt along. I know, right? Love Moda. Moda's the best. Not yet. We'll be shipping soon. Oh, that was the answer. If we have another spring blizzard, I may have to use a quilt for a horse blanket. Oh, yeah, not that one, right? Here we go. So here's my fabrics that Kaylee just had up on the screen. Same ones. All right. So that's what we're going to be making. And whether you want to make 4-inch blocks, 8-inch blocks, or 12-inch blocks, that's going to determine how much fabric you need, whether you need fat eighths, whether you need fat quarters. So that information is all coming. But if you buy fat quarters, you're set on any size, obviously. And that background is a lot, because there's a lot, depending, like it says, depends on how many blocks you're going to make, because you can make between 32 or I think 93 or something like that. But there is 100 different blocks we can make. Yes, questions?
When are you starting that quilt along?
This will start, I believe, did we say June 1st?
May, June, depending on
yes, June. And then we're going to release a couple blocks a week, like 2 blocks a week.
Is it going to be virtual?
Okay. And it'll be, we'll give you the information of what you all need to join that one. You're going to need some triangle papers. Yes.
Will
yes.
It be virtual? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be, yeah, we'll do videos. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So here I am. Look, these are my little design boards. Look at, I'm all cut out and ready to go. Part of getting stuff done is being ready to sew at any time, whether you have 15 minutes or a half hour or whatever. I was in the middle this week of getting a hardwood floor put in our closet and our bedroom. So I was at home, and just sometimes it's just nice to have those little things that you can just pick up and stitch when you only have a couple minutes. Yes, Kaylee?
Would you just go through and explain how the virtual quilt-along works.
Or
If
how
they've
the-
never done it before.
How does a quilt-along work?
How does a quilt-along work? Okay. Well, we didn't exactly finalize this one, but you're going to need to purchase fabric for it, or you're going to use out of your stash. Okay. And then every week we will post the blocks that we are showing, and we're going to put this here on our website as a promotion for it, because this is all of the blocks that we are going to do, plus it's the inside of the star. These are. We will put this on sale when we're ready to announce it, so you don't have to pay full price for this book, but this will save you printing out the blocks, because what you don't want to print these all out and suck the ink out of your printer, right? You're just gonna be really awesome and support us and buy this, and then you can maybe stitch ahead and get some of them prepped a little ahead if you have all the blocks. So perfect, right? All right, so that is Rustic Gatherings. And again, you will be hearing a lot about Rustic Gatherings coming up. We're going to do another trunk show. You're going to meet Alicia, who designed a lot of the quilts in that book. And we are going to have a lot of fun with that. Too bad we can't have a horsey model come on.
Sure, we can. We can go on site.
Yeah, we'll go on site again. But yeah, awesome.
One of their new ones that came in. Dream is beautiful.
Yes.
Another gypsy.
So if you have any questions about anything, don't be afraid to ask. And hey, I want you all to be hanging out on our Facebook page, Stitch with Lisa Bongean. And I know some of you be like, I don't do Facebook. I don't do Facebook. Well, you don't have to do Facebook as yourself. You can just do Facebook as Susie B. Quilter and use it for your quilting. All right. Nobody needs to know who you are. It can be very anonymous with Facebook. Okay. All right. What's next? So we also are doing, Rustic comes out in May, right? So then we want to wait to be able to ship all the fabric. So that's why we're starting the Quilt-along in June. And then in July, we have Joyful coming out. And this is one of the projects. This is going to be a wall hanging in the book. So that's what I would, not that one.
What are you doing?
This is in the Joyful book.
Oh,
So it's just one of the wall hangings. It's going to be quilted. Yes, Heidi. I'll talk about that one in a minute. All right. So this is just one of the projects.
That was me.
You saw me in our group stitching this one night. So I'm showing you now. I just love doing the stem stitch. So I wanted to kind of have everybody do a little, hey, what's your favorite stitch type of thing? And they all answered me. A lot of people love the stem stitch. This is the backing and binding. Okay, so let me find. Okay, Heidi, go for it.
Ooh.
All right, so there. We have another Quilt-along coming up. I believe this one will start in August. Again, as we get more information, I know some of you have pre-ordered your bundles already for this one. So this will be changing in each tree block. There'll be 25 tree blocks for the 25 days of Christmas. And this will change. I think you can make 2, and then you mark it. You might, because there's 25 and there's only like 10 greens in the line or something like that, you might have to add a few of your own, which is perfect, right? Because then your quilt is yours and it doesn't look like the rest of ours. But this will change every time, and they jog. They're not like in a row. They offset. So it's going to be a really fun tree farm quilt it'll be like Quilter's Tree Farm. Okay, so what's next? There is a quilt-along going on with Fat Quarter Shop called Bountiful. And this is the first blocks that are released. And I am going to do this. I did this last year. This is Kimberly Jolly, and she is raising money for Make-A-Wish Foundation. So we will send our quilt in, and it will be auctioned off. But the reason why I'm not showing you a block is because I switched the quilt around. These may not have been my favorite right here. Oh, here we go. I don't know what I'm doing. These were the first ones right there. I didn't do those. So I can't wait for you to see what we did. But I can't show you because I have to wait until these, but I'm going to show you the color scheme. So this is the color scheme of our quilt for Bountiful. Lori Holtz. Somebody wrote down what was in here. Yeah, some bright, happy fabrics. So look for more of that coming in April. We'll show you all what we have going on, and I don't have to hide that next one there. Okay, so how are all my wool box people? I know you're so crazy. I just love it, love it, love it. You know, you're happily stitching on your wool box project. So I want to show you where I am. And like I said, I heard some chitter chatter about how bright some of these wools are. Yeah, that's pretty bright, isn't it? So here's a couple things you can do if you want to use this wool, but you just need it a little darker because maybe you live in a log cabin. I heard that a couple times. Or maybe you chose a little bit more of a darker muted tone to yours. You could spray this with our Instant Antique, but I would do it before you cut it out. So you'd spray it, let it dry, and see if you like it. You might have to add more spray, or you might have to wash some of it out if it's too dark. You can do all of that stuff. I wouldn't wait and do it and then try to spray it once it's on here, because you would get overspray unless you're going to spray your whole quilt at one time. So that is an option as well. You can use all the wools that we provided for you, and then you could go back and spray the whole thing down if you wanted to. And maybe we'll do a little demo on that if you are in the group and you want more information on that. I think I have a pencil mark on there. I have to get rid of that. Okay, I keep carrying this around and not protecting it. But because you are here today, should I give him another little peek?
Someone just asked, are you going to show Black 3?
I might.
Everyone close your eyes if you don't want to see it.
Yes.
We will let you know.
Yeah, let me just find the beginning here. Which way is up? Okay, here we go.
Look at the hummingbird.
I know, but it looks like I sewed it upside down.
No.
Jeez. Okay, ready? If you don't want to see it, turn away. But I'm picking off pieces and parts here that aren't sewn on yet. Okay, so here we go. There's your third block. So if you hang out, you get to see more, right? So there it is. So you're not going to get this block until May. I know that's a long time away, but look at how fabulous it's looking. And of course, let me drop this one. Like in here, so things will come down and fill these spots here. So don't be like, oh, you got some blank spaces in there. They will come from the other blocks and dip in. I love this. I want to keep making it. I want to like finish it. All right. And then of course, everybody wants to know what this is going to be. These two projects, Fresh Cut Garden and this one here. I'm just going to lay them on here. I don't know, girls, if you can get kind of a peek here at what I have done so far. So this is an ongoing project that I'm working on as well in the wool subscription box. So it's very scrappy, and I'm not giving you any hints at how it's going to turn out. Okay. And you might get the exact wools I use, or you might get some substitutions. We're just trying to use everything that we have, and everything works. There's no bad wools. We're letting them all come to the party, no matter what color they are. No matter if they're bright or if they're dull, it all works. Now I just mixed them all up, but I was trying to keep them separate. All right. So I know we have just a few spots left. I didn't even ask the girls if we were full. We could be. I don't know. But we are down to the last very little in the wool subscription box, which makes me happy because I want to fill that up. Okay. Awesome. All right. I like that there's no bad wool, right? They all need to come to the party and play. Now, I know that this isn't enough to keep you satisfied. So if you want something else to work on in between these every other month blocks, we have something starting. This will be early April now, or when is this?
Early April for those who paid in full.
Okay, so I'm still working on the center, but these are blocks that are so fun, and there's going to be beautiful quilt. And I want you all to stitch along with me on this one too. This one is completely free download. We will have full kits and monthly kits for this. The monthly kits are not up yet. We're working on that with that new website. That's why we're pushing it back a little bit. We are going to send out the full kits though. Full kits for block 1 and the background, sorry. All right, so that's, I could go on and on, but you get the idea. It's going to be a beautiful quilt. There's going to be a big farmhouse in the middle with flowers and other things there as well. Okay, I did that. I think I've done them all. Did I miss anything? Probably. What's this over here?
I think that was from last time.
Last
Were you
time?
going to talk about Anchors Away?
About what?
Anchors Away?
Oh, I don't think we grabbed it.
No.
Oh, where is it?
Downstairs.
Okay. I did have another quilt. I finished Anchors Away. Pop it up there, Kaylee. We'll show you next week.
Which one? The one with the anchor?
The one with the anchor. So I just finished this quilt. Super fun. Amazing. I'll show it to you next week. But those blue flannels and those cream flannels are so amazing. Every time I'm working on it at the retreat house, everybody orders it. That's how great it is. So I'll have to go and show the group that's over there, right? Okay, yes, this is from last week. All right, Jessica, come on. Let's talk about some other things.
Oh, okay. I have this to show too, since I'm
Okay.
so.
You're obsessed with that, aren't you?
Yep. Let's not
Oh, this is not
lose
good.
that.
This is not good. I gotta keep my pieces and parts
There's
together.
this too. Yes, I'm obsessed with paper piecing.
No, foundation. piecing.
Foundation piecing, that's what I meant.
Paper piecing is a whole different
I
thing.
don't want paper piecing. So, last time we had showed wrap session in joyful gatherings that I did, and this is
the reverse.
the reverse in colorful garden gatherings. So it's garden gatherings, the colors, and then the shirting pack. And it's a fat quarter bundle of each. We do have it up on our website as a pre-order. The book is $28. It is from Joyful Gatherings. You can purchase the muslin if you need muslin, if that's what you're going to use for your foundation piecing. And then it's the 2 fat quarters, so they are on sale for $151.20. And what I did is I took all the extra fat quarters that I had from the colors here, and I pieced the back.
Oh,
So you don't need to purchase any extra any extra fabric for your backing. You have it in
so
those fat quarter
you said
bundles.
2 towers. Now it's one tower is
One tower is all of the colors that we had, and then the other fat quarter bundle is all of the shirtings.
yeah, like only 20 of them though, right?
Yeah, there's 20 of these and 40 of these.
And they're 2 different prices. Or
They-
together.
They get it together as a
Okay,
bundle.
so what? That's a good price.
Mhm.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Good. Awesome.
This is, I think, the last thing you
All
need
right.
to talk to.
Okay. So we have something super excited. You want to come too, Glow?
Sure.
All right. We'll let you sit in the middle.
Yay.
Yes. Move all my things.
Larry, Curly, and Mo here.
Yes. So Gloria has spearheaded us into this different way of selling.
Yes.
So she's super excited about it. And we couldn't say no. So,
So
we're
are you.
going to try it. We're going to try it and see how it goes. All right. So you want to start off with what it exactly is?
Yes, it's called Comment Sold. A lot of you may already do it. I don't know. I buy Polish pottery and quilts through Comment Sold. Thank you, Lisa, for getting me into that. But what it is another venue on how to purchase merchandise that is coming from a specific vendor, which is moi.
Okay.
So we are going to have a specific date and time every time we do Comment Sold.
Okay.
Products are shown and talked about so that you know what it is you're buying. And sometimes they're discounted, sometimes they're not.
Okay.
And they can be seasonal or they can be themed.
And what
And-
we have a theme for today's, right?
We do.
So what is the theme?
The theme is silver.
Silver.
Yeah.
Silver. I thought maybe it was because I'm going to be married 25 years next month. Maybe.
That had nothing to do with it.
But that's silver, right? That's your silver anniversary.
Yes.
So I thought they themed it for me.
Well, we really did it because you love gray and
do.
silver and gray.
I do.
So, and we had a lot of really cool things that you like that are silver. So that's
And we
what-
had like a lot of stock too of
Yes,
some things.
yes.
So that was a good idea.
Yes. So what it is we actually go live and we show you the product, and it's so simple. You're going to go through and you're going to say, I want it. And we'll give you the instructions on how to do it.
Okay, so one of the questions I see is, will it be on Facebook? Yes.
Yes.
We are going to go live on the Stitch with Lisa Bongean group. That's where you will go, and that's where you can register. So if you go in that, like, I don't know, can they do it ahead of time?
Yes. So if you're already registered anywhere else for Comment Sold, if you've ever done it, you don't need to do it again.
Oh, that's cool.
It's your account. You
Yeah.
have it. If not, Kaylee is putting up the website as to where you need to go to pre-register. Otherwise, if you're on Facebook and we are doing the Comment Sold live, you can just comment register, and Comment Sold will send you in your messenger where you need to go, and you just follow all the logins there.
So it's super easy.
Mhm.
Right.
Super
And
easy.
it's super safe. All right. This is not a
Oh,
fly
yeah.
by night company. They've been around. They've been doing these since COVID. I think that's when it kind of started, and a lot of clothing stores do this to sell their
Yes.
merchandise.
So during the live, if you see this coming up, it'll have a number here, just like this. We'll show the number, and you will then comment sold 114, and you will get an invoice for this product.
Okay.
And-
So if you can see the comments, it says yes, easy and safe, never had an issue. It's very easy to buy. Too easy. Yeah, it can be too easy sometimes.
Too
right?
wonderful.
Yeah.
But you know, the best part about it is they have all these extra features in there. So we go ahead of time and we key in our quantity. You don't have to worry about that, because if we're all shopping and I got it in my cart and I go to checkout, I went, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get it this time. And she's tried to get it and it's sold out. She's sitting in a little temporary. And as soon as I put it back, she gets it.
Okay. So
So-
even if you don't get it, there's still a
Yeah.
chance you might end up with it if you want. And you can accept or decline it, right?
Right.
Okay. And then you have to talk about like how long they have to shop after the
So once the live starts, the clock is ticking. You have 3 hours from the time the live starts to finish your invoice. If you do not finish it within those 3 hours, your cart will be cleared.
Poof.
Okay. But if they're not watching it live, or if you're watching this now, not right away, like maybe that you're watching this tonight and it's late at night, you still can go in and shop.
Yes.
Yep.
So explain how that goes.
So if you go in at 7 o'clock tonight, after we've had the live at 1, you will still have the option of purchasing anything that we still have available, but you'll only have until 10 o'clock in order to do.
So
your
you still have
invoice.
that 3-hour window for
Yeah.
your shopping cart.
Yes.
Okay.
You can tell them to go to the description. The link for registration is there.
The link for Kaylee wants us to say that the link for registering for Comment Sold, if you have not already, is in the description
Of this video.
of the video here.
So if you're watching this late, you know where that is, right? So you have the picture, and then underneath there is like the description, and then there's usually links there for some of the things that we talk about. So that's where you'll find the link for Comment Sold.
For those of you who are of my age, it's a fancier, updated
QVC.
QVC. It's more
way better.
Yeah, but it's more personal because, we're not on a big old stage. We're showing you, we're talking to you about it. You get close-up pictures, and it's just a lot.
Is
more
it
personal.
interactive? Can they ask questions?
They can ask questions in the feed, and I will be answering all of those questions. You'll just have to watch for
All right,
those
so-
answers.
After this broadcast, we are going to do one of these live in Stitch with Lisa Bongean on Facebook. So it's going to be a trial. All right. There's going to be stuff wrong. Okay.
Be
It's
gentle.
not going to be smooth. All right. We're going to fumble our way through this, but we promise to reward you with some great deals if you hang out with us and give us some great feedback All right. Don't be mean witches, but be nice and say, hey, you should do this, or you should hold this longer. You should tell a better story, or, do whatever you need to do to help us out. And we appreciate that. But it is our first time. We've never practiced before. We've loaded 17 items in the store for this one, all based on silver.
Yeah. And we only want the venue selling to be like an hour.
Right.
We don't want you to be go, oh my God, are they ever going to get done?
Right. And each week that we do this, we'll like they said, curate something or have a theme or that type of thing.
Yep.
And I promise there's a lot of stuff in this store that has a birthday, and I want to see it go poof. And you might be my customers to make that happen. So we have nothing but awesome fabrics here, and we will give you some good deals because we want the new stuff. So if this stuff already has a birthday here, we want to move it out the door so you can sew with it, love it. People are enjoying it. And we're going to take the money and reinvest it in new stock so we can just always be a very current store.
Right.
Is this strictly through Facebook?
Right now, strictly through Facebook. Yep. They don't have any other platforms besides Instagram, which we will connect into that. But those are the only two platforms right now. It is not on YouTube. It is not.
But they are working on YouTube
and TikTok.
And TikTok.
We don't have it, but we're not that age for TikTok.
No. Well, we could be.
And they're going to do Pinterest too.
And there are going to be a lot of things on the comment sold that we may not actually house here in the store as well.
Yes.
We will be working with other vendors to bring in items that we may want to bring in. We just don't have the budget for it.
And we want to see how it's going to sell. So we and there will be shipping dates on some of these things. So if we have a product that we are featuring and we need to know how many to order, we'll say, okay, this ships in 2 weeks. So we will have that on there because some of our vendors have lots of things, and if we can get them and give them to you as a discount, that helps both of us.
Can you remind them if they're registered or if they're trying to get into the group to answer all the questions, and then we're on this end, we're accepting right now.
All right. So the question from Kaylee was, if you're trying to get into Stitch with Lisa Bongean right now, make sure you answer all of the questions because then you'll be automatically approved. All right. This is an open group. We should take down those questions, but we have to really monitor it in for people who spam our group if we do that. But anybody's invited into this group. We will be watching it, but answer all those questions. And one of them is, who's Lisa Bongean, blah, blah, blah. So they're kind of really funny questions. But
the most important one is, are you a solicitor?
Yeah. Are you a solicitor?
Yes.
The word is no.
People will answer yes because you're not reading all the questions. Yeah.
Or because they're coming to solicit.
Yeah. They want to sell something on our site. Like some of you might have noticed that somebody else was selling on our site. So we have to watch those kinds of things.
Well, I think the best thing about this whole thing is not everybody can stop and watch you at 1 o'clock or buy at 1 o'clock. Or whenever we do it. And now they have the opportunity we're going to bring things to you on your time instead of you having to worry about getting on schedule with us. So that's the best part. And
yes, they do take a cut of what we sell. Yes. They will get a percentage of our sales.
Free.
But then we don't have to deal with a lot of, taking care of your registrations, getting all your credit card numbers, doing all that kind of stuff. And maybe this isn't the way we're going to stick with. Maybe we'll come up with a version that we do ourselves. But for now, we're going to try the app and see how it works. Should I cancel my request to try again? I don't know.
What do you mean to try again?
Heidi's over there approving you all. Yep. I tried to go through Safari. It's popping up warnings about your website.
Then try a different browser.
Try a different browser. Yeah.
We pay big bucks to make sure it's safe.
Go to Chrome. Yeah.
Go to Chrome, right?
Go to Chrome. Google.
The most exciting thing too is there's all of these wonderful print on demands that you'll be able to use.
Yes.
So
we'll be able to offer a lot of different stuff.
We were looking at them yesterday. We can get a shower curtain.
A quilted shower curtain?
Yeah, and tennis shoes.
Oh.
With your quilt on it. Don't you want to wear around your tennis shoes?
Look at my new sorrels. I just got them.
We had a question earlier. Are you keeping up with the match?
I am. I'm completely nude today. I'm not nude, but nude color.
Please.
I knew they'd love that.
But anyway, we're excited about it, and we want to make sure that you are too, and that you get an opportunity to buy things that you've never seen before.
Yeah. The ones you might today you're going to see. They came out of our warehouse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we promised to bring in some things, because I'm pretty adamant about not selling things that I don't necessarily use, but maybe on this platform we can branch out a little bit and carry some of those things.
I did tell her she needs to get over that. There are wonderful things out there. We can't use everything in the world.
No, I know. All right, so let's look at a couple. Somebody read the questions and I'll pick the winners.
Oh, I have winners for you.
Okay. All right, we're super excited for you guys to try our new app or try our new selling thing.
So we'll be on, probably give us about 15, 20 minutes on the Stitch with Lisa Facebook page. And then we will go live with the comment sold. And just a reminder, if you haven't registered, there is a link in the description for this video. If you are already registered with and have done comment sold before, you do not need to do it again.
Will there be a set time that you're going to do this consistently?
We will announce that on Facebook every week. Right now, we're just going to be doing it once a week.
We got to see how it
kind of on the
goes.
fly at this point in time on how it works and where we can fit it all in. But we will then have a set schedule soon.
Well,
as
and
to when they all are.
they have the suggestions for us. They're like, oh, you could do it 3 times a week, or you could do it 3 times a day. I'm like,
What?
whoa, but I could see where I wouldn't want to do it 3 times a week, but maybe 3 times a day or 2 times a day, because you get your people who are at home, and then maybe later on you can do it with people who are at home, and you do different things.
Yeah.
Will they be notified just through Facebook, or how would they know that when it's coming?
It's going to be through Facebook.
Yep.
Because it's on Facebook.
Yeah, it is.
It'll be notified.
Yep.
as soon as
And when you register, it will ask you, do you want to be notified when there is a next live?
And you say
So
yes.
it'll push you a comment or a notification that there is a live.
And then you run to the television.
But we
and get signed up.
promise to try to do a schedule for you.
Yeah.
All right. We promise to do it at the same time. Like you all know, 1 o'clock on Thursday, Central Standard Time is our time for do lives. And we will stick with that because we love hanging out on Thursdays. So we will come up with a time or a day that we're going to do the comments sold. And then we'll decide whether we're going to do it once or twice that day, because it's very,
Time consuming.
but it's very primitive. It's not like we're not going to be having this beautiful setup. You do it from a phone or an iPad. So Kaylee's not going to be able to run all of her fancy things across the screen for us. And we're not going backwards. That's just how they do it. Okay. But in the comment section, if you want us to show something closer up or whatever, you just let us know, and we will try to show you the things the best that we can. All
Or
right.
if there's anything they want us to sell.
Yeah. And if you have any ideas of what you want to see us do more of, like I said, we are always open for constructive comments.
That was a tongue tie.
I know my lips don't match again today. Okay, who wants to be a winner?
Me. Oh, I can't.
In what location is the notification button?
You'll see it. Trust us.
Our local shop does comments sold, and they sell a lot. Good. We want to clean out our warehouse. In what location? Okay, yeah, I did that one. I need to set aside a % of my paycheck. Yeah.
Just sign it over.
No.
No, I'm teasing.
You got to be on a budget. We don't want any of you getting in trouble. A project with my wish list just got to choose. Okay, pick me. All right, Stephanie, we would have picked you, but she already. Okay,
I'm holding the magic.
Lenora Hinman, you get the Christmas.
gatherings. Yay, Lenora.
Okay,
I think I know
Pamela Mickey,
Floral.
you get floral. And then Roxanne Weremouth, you get little gatherings. And of course, Heidi will throw you some caramels in there too as well.
You know, vintage fabric is worth more than up-to-date fabric.
I know, I'm going to tell somebody this. We had somebody, a shop owner on Etsy, buy every one of them a 5-inch charm that we had. And she's selling these 5-inch charms for $21 on Etsy. She bought them from me at regular price, and she's selling them for $21 on Etsy. Hey,
How come we didn't think of that?
People must be paying it.
somebody must be buying them.
Good for her.
Good for her. I'm like, I'll sell them to her at my price, and she wants to mark them. But you know, maybe overseas they can't get some of this stuff, and maybe she ships international.
It could be.
Yeah, she's found her niche.
Good
Yeah,
for
maybe
her.
she has shipping already built into it.
Yeah, yeah, maybe she has. Yeah,
At
her shipping
21,
built in.
she should.
All right, friends. I can't wait to see how many of you are going to jump on.
Comment
And
sold.
I wonder if we could find out like who are our first customers. Maybe we need to reward them somehow in the future, as they are like our elite customers.
We'll figure
We'll
something.
do that on our website too coming up. I know I have some things planned for you. All right, everyone, time to go and get ready and sell
Ooh.
some things. Well,
I could tell you who the first customer was who
Who?
commented. Pat Whittemire.
Yay! Pat, now that winter's almost over, we better see your butt here at the gathering,
Yeah,
right?
no more excuses, Pat.
No more excuses. Yes.
None.
Okay. All right. We're
See
going to
ya.
do this. See you in a bit. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Do some stitching in this 15 minutes. You ain't going to believe how much you're going to get done.